So you have a $100,000 inheritance and you want to spend that on a BMW i8?
Yup.
Almost 2 years later, I still have $40,000 on the car.
I earned myself about $193,000 in debt.
A $100,000 inheritance equals a BMW. A $100,000 income equals $200,000 of toys. According to my calculations, these people are broke. If you're new, I'm Mike, and here we talk about money, cars, avoiding debt, and keeping more of your paycheck. If that sounds good, hit that like and subscribe button and drop a comment.
Hey Henry, this is Gus with Legacy Motor Cars Still. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for giving me a call. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, no problem. So I got your message. You're interested in a BMW i8?
Heck yeah.
Nice,
Heck
man.
yeah. Everything's nice, man.
Yeah, I love those cars. Any reason why you want the i8 or no?
So tragedy followed by some slight good news. My dad passed away. He wasn't really around, so it kind of... He basically left me something, and that was a huge inheritance, and so might as well reward myself with a little something. So I'm looking at this i8. I gotta get those suicide doors, man.
Gotcha, man. Sorry to hear that about your dad.
I'm not exactly sure why you would reward yourself when your father passed away. That doesn't really make any sense. And why would you be wasting it on a car? If I ever came across that kind of money from an inheritance, I definitely would not be wasting it on a vehicle.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, but yeah, so what's your budget?
Budget-wise, I got some money to put down, but I'm not trying to be stuck in a huge payment because I'm putting so much money down.
Okay. How much are you looking to put down?
Like $100K.
100K? For clarification, you have 100,000 you want to put down towards a car, or how much you have to work with?
So the inheritance was 100K, but I'm trying to put down maybe like 30 or 40,000 to have some money to still play around with.
So how's your credit?
It's not the best. Mid 500s, 550, 560, something like that.
Okay.
You guys are in like Marietta, right?
Actually, we just opened our second store in Austell.
Awesome. Congrats,
yeah, so I'm
man.
working on Austell. Thank you. So I'm looking at here. They're like in the mid 70s for a nicer low mile spec.
A credit score in the 500s, and he's showing us exactly why it's at low. Really bad decisions. $100,000 invested at a young age could be enough to fund your retirement, or close to it. That would make all those years leading up to it a whole lot easier.
So you'd probably finance half of it?
Fill out the application with you guys to try to get approved, but just want to make sure those numbers work for me, that's all.
Okay. I mean, out the door, you'd roughly be like around 80, 90, depending on which one we go with. Have you ever financed any cars under your name?
I have.
Okay. And what is your income?
I make about $4,000 a month.
Do you have any repos on your credit?
No, nothing like that.
Definitely get this deal done. I'll send you over a credit app, and we'll see what we can make work. But text me what color you want, any sort of like miles or anything specific you're looking for, and we'll go from there. I can definitely find your car. There's tons of them out there. I'll send you a few options, though. Let's just get it pre-approved first. Sure. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
He's going to be wasting almost all of it on one purchase. One car, and 6 months down the road, he's going to regret it. This could be one of those bad decisions you'll remember for the rest of your life. Take care of the debts you have first. Sure, put a few $1,000s in your pocket for fun if that's what you want, but save and invest the rest.
Yeah, the reason why I'm sharing this information with you guys, because I don't want you guys to be like 17 thinking about getting your dream car. If you don't have the money for it, don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I just want to document my journey, how I'm going to get rid of it, right? So basically, boom, I financed this car. The vehicle in total was $39,000, right? But I was upside down $10,000, basically like $10,000. I traded my old Kia, and I didn't know, the dealership didn't tell me that the Kia's been in a lot of accidents. It hit a motorcycle, it hit a person. Like, they didn't tell me none of this when I got the Kia. I'm thinking like nothing's wrong with the Kia. It hasn't been in no car crashes. I asked him, he said no. So I'm thinking everything's okay, which was cap.
The problem isn't the Kia had previous accidents. It's that you upgraded your car. You bought something you didn't need, now you regret it.
Everything was not okay. But it is what it is. I financed it for 14. What is it called? It's called APR, something like that. 14%. I financed that for that, and my loan was $46,000, right, y'all? Almost 2 years later, the car is still. I still have $40,000 on the car. So basically, I've been paying for what? I want to tell you guys, but I don't want to show you guys my VIN number. But like, deadass, y'all, like, this is crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Like, how do I show you guys without telling you guys too much? Look. It's crazy. And it's like, this is just like, you know.
That lady sure has a mouth on her. 2 years of payments and she's basically only paying the interest. She did the math, she just did it too late. Take the time, do the numbers, and see how much you'll actually be losing. You'll end up waiting, saving, and paying for it cash.
Me struggling right now. My mom doesn't know I'm struggling. My mom is struggling too. And it's just like, it's hard because like, I've been making the ends meet with DoorDash. If it wasn't for DoorDash, I wouldn't even be able to eat. And it's like, this car is on my dad's name and it's on my name. So I don't want to my dad's credit. My dad's trying to get a house. He just got a house. He sold his house and now he wants to get another house. I don't want to mess up his car, like his credit, because my dad have really good credit, like 700. This car is on my name, is my dad's name.
I remember being in the same spot when I was younger. Bought a vehicle I shouldn't have. I was living paycheck to paycheck and struggling to make payments. I couldn't sell it because I owed a lot more than it was worth. You end up stuck working longer hours or taking a second job to pay for it. It's just not worth it.
If you bought a car in 2020, you may have negative equity, and here's what I would do to get out of it. First of all, negative equity is when you owe more on your vehicle than it's worth. So if that's the case, if that's the position you're in, this is what I would do to get out of it. I would look for a vehicle that has high rebates. So something brand new, maybe an Escape. It has $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in rebates on it. I know we talked about the Hornet. They had $12,000 in rebates. So look for a vehicle that has higher rebates on it because that will help eat up some of your negative equity going into a new loan. That will also help keep your payment lower, because one thing you're never going to get away from is having a higher payment than you did if you are turning over negative equity into a new loan or a lease.
Nothing against this woman, but I wonder if these salespeople actually believe they can make your debt disappear. They always sound so convincing they can make it vanish. Her recommendation is to get another car if you owe too much on the one you have.
It's maybe a misconception. You can lease a vehicle with high negative equity, and it might be the best decision for you because of these reasons. One, new cars have rebates. They also have bumper-to-bumper coverage, so it's not something that you're going to have to worry about paying out of pocket. Once you're done with your lease, so after 24, 36, 48 months, after that, you are done with that vehicle and you are wiped clean. You are starting fresh, so you won't have any equity to go into your new loan, but you also won't have any negative equity. The downside of that is if you roll it into a lease, sometimes your payments are higher.
All you've done is move your debt to another payment. I can make my electricity bill disappear with my credit card, but I still have to pay that off. I've only moved the debt. Pay off the one you have and drive it.
But if you can swallow a higher payment for 2-3 years, if you do a lease for 2 or 3 years, you are coming out of that scot clean. You get to start over. It's like the negative equity was never there, and you can pretty much pick and choose whatever you want. So what do you think? Is this the best way to get out of a negative equity position? Let me know in the comments down below, and follow Local Car Girlie for more tips and tricks like these.
Basically, they make it sound like the debt disappears when you sign a new lease. When that's over, you start the debt cycle all over again with a new car. A so-called fresh start. It doesn't make any sense. You can't solve a debt problem with more debt. We're not talking about a consolidation loan here.
I earned myself about $193,000 in debt between vehicles and toys and fun things. I'm really close to like 100% debt to income. So my question is, how can I get myself out of this? I've got $43,700 in a side-by-side, $40,200 in a truck, $35,700 in a car, $35,242 in a camp trailer, $14,456 in another side-by-side, $9,300 in a secured loan that I had to get to pay auto repair, $8,000 in a dirt bike, $5,000 in another loan I had to get to pay a car repair.
Besides exotic cars, I think this is the most I've seen so far. Almost $200,000 in vehicles and toys. I bet there's a few people out there watching this video that spent close to that on their homes. Imagine the stress this guy must be under to come up with all those monthly payments.
What lender is dumb enough to give you another dime? Like, this is kind of on them.
The thing is I had about half that debt with a job that I couldn't pay for it. Then I got this other job that pays pretty dang well and got excited and went and got some more.
Are you single?
You know, I'm married.
What does she think of this?
She's on the same page as I am.
Has she been complicit in this? Is she an accomplice to these crimes?
Yeah, definitely. I would take probably 90% of the blame.
Income goes up and so does the spending, and he's probably worse off now. He's got a higher income, but it's all going towards debt. It's just such a waste. If your income goes up, your savings and investments should too, not your debt.
Okay, and what's your household income?
I should be about 110 a year, maybe.
Is your wife staying home with the kids?
Yes.
Okay, well, the good news is
Yeah.
you can get out of a lot of this. It's going to hurt. You have negative equity in most of these, I imagine. But the good news is you can at least sell it.
Yeah.
So if you sold everything to your name, how much do you think you could make from this?
I don't know, 120 maybe.
You need to sit down with your wife tonight and do a written budget. You can use the Every Dollar app. You're going to need to go, here's what we're bringing in this month. How can we limit every single dime we spend to just the bare necessities, 4 walls, food, utilities, housing, transportation? Anything beyond that needs to start getting thrown at these debts from smallest to largest balance, ignore the interest rates. And then on top of that, we need to figure out what is the right price point to where this thing will sell and how do I get the most out of it?
$100,000 a year is a great income, but he spent double that on vehicles. If he sells them, he might be able to recover half. He'll still be out $80,000 to $100,000. That is life-changing money to a lot of people, and some are just able to throw it away.
You probably need to go to your lenders and talk to them and say, hey, here's the deal. I'm underwater on all of this. I'm trying to get out. Can you help me? You got some bad collateral here because this thing is not worth what I owe. And see if they'll give you the difference to cover it so that you're, instead of 43 grand in debt, you're now 7 grand in debt for the difference. And the good news is you don't need any of this to live.
Nope.
So all of it can go.
Not one thing.
You don't need a camp trailer because you're not going anywhere. You don't need a side-by-side because fun is not in the picture for the next 2 years.
Yep.
And if your wife works, get the kids in a daycare, and you work extra jobs, and we get your income to 200 grand, we start selling this off to now you're 100 grand in debt. Now this is a solvable problem. You see how the math changes here? But right now, there's no way out of this unless we change the numbers.
That's not just bad purchases. That's a real spending problem to be that far in debt. He's now going to lose the vehicles and spend years paying it off. He could have saved himself a lot of trouble by being patient and saving up. By the time he was ready to purchase, he likely wouldn't want it anymore. I'm going to end the video here and ask you to hit that like and subscribe button. Drop a comment below. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.